Josh Smith with GottaBeMobile.com. Today we're taking a look at the iPad Air. This is the 5th generation iPad from Apple. This one is thinner and lighter than the iPad 4 and iPad 3. Now it weighs about a pound, which is a nice change in weight. A little over a pound for the LTE version. And what we get from this is we're able to hold the iPad Air in one hand and, read a Kindle ebook or use the newsstand app to read an issue of Wired. The Retina display on the iPad Air makes magazines like this look really nice, and personally, reading a magazine is a much better experience on the larger 9.7-inch display than it is on a 7.9-inch display on the iPad mini. And now that I can hold the iPad Air with one hand while sitting on a couch or something like this, it's a little bit easier, a little nicer for something like that. I still don't like holding the iPad Air, up above my head in bed and trying to read like I do sometimes. Let's take a quick look at gaming. This is Infinity Blade 3. This is optimized for the iPad Air and the A7 processor that supports 64-bit technology. And with this, we get some really nice looking visuals. The backgrounds and the armors and different parts of the characters look nicer than they do on, say, an iPad mini, which is using a chip that's about 2 years old now. And while you can play Infinity Blade 3 on both of these devices, there is a noticeable difference in how this looks on the iPad Air. Now, when you take the iPad Air out of the house, it's narrower, so it is easier to carry, and it's lighter, which it is easier to carry, but it's still not quite as portable as, say, the iPad mini. Here you can see the difference in actual size of the device. While they're about the same thickness, the footprint of the iPad mini is smaller. It's small enough that I can fit in a pocket, which I can't do with the iPad Air. So there's still a little bit more of a commitment to taking the iPad Air out of the house. Head over to GottaBeMobile.com to check out more about the iPad Air and the rest of Apple's lineup.